We are kicking off a new year of reading with best-selling author Chantel Guertin. She joins us for our first well-read segment of 2025 with titles about lucky connections.
Yes, and I thought I was going to try to expand and deep dive into topics that I wouldn't normally go into, because I will say sometimes my books are very you know what I'm going to present, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, the first one, my 10-year-old son bought me this for Christmas, Done and Dusted. So now I love a romance book. This is a genre romance, and it's a woman who rides horses, and I would not normally go into that genre, but it is a huge genre, and I thought, okay, of course I'm going to read the book he got me, but I really liked it for diving into a world that you don't know anything about, because if you read a lot of the same type of book, like I love a romance, I almost know what's going to happen next.
Yes.
I know what they're going to say to each other.
And you're not engaged in it.
No, you're flipping. And so this, I really felt like I was I don't know what they're talking about, I don't know where the story's going to go. So I thought that was really fun for that idea. And I think that's another genre that's really popular is the hockey,
yes.
hockey player romance.
Yes.
I haven't gone into that either, but I think it would be very similar, right? So it's kind of if you love a type of book, maybe taking yourself out into a different part of style of that book.
Okay.
Okay, the next one, my husband got me this book for Christmas, My Beloved Monster. So this is Caleb Carr, and we were just talking about how...
So Brian and I are both huge fans of Caleb Carr.
Okay, yeah, and you read The Alien, so I want to read that next. So this is a memoir, and the premise is it's really interesting because, okay, it's basically a 17-year love letter to his cat. So if you don't love a cat,
it's a cat and it's a book and it's Caleb Carr. I'm all over this one.
Exactly. So it's really talk about a deep dive. But if you had a memoir about someone talking about their husband or their wife or their sister or a best friend, you would totally be I get this, right? This relationship. Because it's a cat, you're sort of this is a bit weird. It's, wow, you really learn a lot about this cat. Oh my gosh, but this is I read a review that said this book stuck with the reviewer, from the New York Times, and I was I totally get that. This sticks with you after you finish, because you're wow, to have that relationship, right? And lots of people have them with unexpected people.
Okay. Or cats, My Beloved Monster.
Yes,
I love that.
right.
Okay, what's the next one? 28 Summers?
Okay, this one is an Elin Hildebrand, and she became, she's always been hugely popular. She writes on Nantucket. The Perfect Couple was on Netflix. So I had never read a book by her, even though I love summer destinations. And I pitched this one, and this one is the story of two people who agree to meet every Labor Day, and they are have a love affair. And so you can imagine over 28 years,
a lot changes.
And I think what I liked about that is that I can't understand that, because I'm a monogamous person, and how can this work? And I think that's an interesting thing to look at, how other people treat relationships and things like that. And it's just she's done writing Nantucket books. She wrote her last one this year, Swan Song. So I think I just I'll go back and read one of the earlier ones, and it's just takes you away, right? Especially in this cold weather. It was the perfect escape read.
Okay, and then Be Ready When the Luck Happens.
Okay,
really curious about this one.
This is Ina Garden, the Barefoot Contessa. So this is her memoir. If you love to cook, I thought, okay, so I don't actually love to cook, but I love to understand that as well. So I listened to this one. She reads it. Now, if you're looking for where her hardship was and how she overcome it, I'm not really sure she has had any hardships in her life. She is a lovely
comparatively
person. Yes. One time she's I really wanted to get that Upper West Side apartment or something, or Left Bank apartment in Paris, and you're oh, poor
really?
you, right? But it is lovely. She's positive, and she reads it, and she's just so happy, and I feel okay, she's just saying and I think there is a message there. Okay, you know what? Lucky, unlucky, work hard, all those things, but be positive, and that's sort of her message.
Okay.
Lovely.
4 awesome titles then. I'm adding them all to my to-be-read pile. It's just going to grow. So Done and Dusted, 28 Summers, My Beloved Monster, and Be Ready When the Luck Happens. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Annette.